we work well together.
We do.
We work really well together. Like, we don't agree on everything. There's times where we'll fight and then you'll see us filming a YouTube video with puffy eyes. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I didn't do the countdown. Let me do the countdown. 3, 2. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the LD World. It's Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. We hope you guys are having an amazing week. Today we have a video for you guys. You may relate to this, you may not. For those of you who work with your significant other, you will 100% relate to this. So we definitely want you guys commenting on the video. We're gonna be talking about some things that we didn't expect before we started working with each other.
Yeah.
We work with each other on social media and with business, and there's a lot of things we're just gonna go ahead and put out there for you guys in this video today. But before we start, go ahead and smash that thumb up button.
Thumb up.
Thumb up.
So,
But it's only one thumb though.
I know.
So it is a thumb up.
Okay.
If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the family. We'd love to have you. Turn on that notification bell because we film Monday through Wednesday. Everybody's in different locations, so we definitely want you guys.
Through Wednesday.
I don't know.
We film Monday till Friday. What's up with you today? It's the countdown.
I told you. Because I didn't do the countdown, it threw me off. We film Monday through Friday. Everybody's in different locations, so you do want to be notified for when we post and what time we post. But without further ado, let's do it.
Oh, that was a good whistle, finally.
As we stated before, Dua and I, we work together.
We're always together.
We work together. We work together with our business. We work together on social media. So there's some things that we didn't expect that would happen.
And we didn't even realize it until we heard someone else talk about it. Like, I didn't realize it was happening.
I didn't realize that we weren't the only ones going through this. I thought it was just us, and I was like, oh yeah, our relationship is falling apart. So, but when I heard that other couples are going through it, it's like, oh, okay. And this is the reason why you probably shouldn't work. You know, everybody warns you, you don't work with your family, you don't work with your spouse, you just keep everything separate. And we did not listen to those warnings, and we just kind of cannonball right into it. But let's go right into the first thing we didn't expect. I'll let you do the kickoff.
Well, I think we should start talking about if it's healthy to actually spend that much time together. So like we just said, we wake up together, we start working together in the same space, in our house, like in our apartment. We don't have a house yet, but
We're gonna get one.
Yeah, so do you think it's healthy to spend that much time together when maybe the job is like, in most relationships, the job is where like you go somewhere else and you're away from your partner and you come back home and you have this like, oh, it's good to see you. But we're like,
I'm getting tired of seeing you. And I'm just gonna let you guys know, we're just gonna be flat out real in this video. So just be ready for it.
Yeah.
Do I think it's healthy? I don't think it's healthy.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's healthy. And it's funny because I'm answering the question and I'm doing it. But there's two reasons why. One, we spent, 3.5 years in a long distance relationship. So we never got that opportunity to build our relationship. And we never got that opportunity to actually be together because we spent so much time long distance. Whenever we did get married, we spent a year married and we barely got to see each other.
Yeah, because he was working.
I was working 24/7. Literally, there'd be some days I'd work from 4 a.m. till about 7, 8 p.m. and then I'd come home and pass out. So I did that almost every day for like a year. So we didn't get to see each other then. Then we moved to Barcelona and...
Wait, skateboard? People are starting to know. Skateboards.
Barcelona. So then we moved to Barcelona and we decided to, while we're on this move, we decided to kind of start this whole online.
Yeah, we had to,
adventure.
like,
Yeah.
we had to make money, so.
We had to, so we decided, and it actually is going really well. But
You're really rambling.
Yeah, because I have a point.
Okay, I'm waiting for it.
But now I forgot it. I forgot.
Is it healthy to spend that much time together?
I said no. I said it's not. I had a point and I forgot it. Go ahead. I was there. It was literally, it was coming all together and everything.
No, I think because we spend this much time together, we don't get when you come home from work and you're excited to see your partner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't have that because we're together 24/7.
And we don't really have any other people in our life right now. Like, we don't have any friends.
Yeah,
The only thing we have is the dog. And
that's
so
the
we
love
have
of
to,
our life.
yeah, we have to kind of take our dog out on separate walks just to kind of get some space from each other. But I don't think it's healthy, but it's not something that we plan on doing long term.
I think what could help with, like, whoever is out there and is working with their partner, I think what could help is actually separate the working space.
Yeah.
Like, not always being together, so we have 2 desks.
That would help us.
Instead of 1 desk, we have 2. No, but going, like, one of us going to the coffee shop, something like that. Like, you have to get some space from your partner because it's really not healthy, because sometimes it leads to an argument, like, between 2
All
of
the
us.
time it leads to an argument.
When we've been
Small petty
together,
things.
yeah, we've been together, like, we're working in the same space, and then you want to, like, say something and I'm working on something else, and I'm like, I get frustrated because he's interrupting me in the middle of
Or she'll
whatever
get
I'm
frustrated
doing,
because I'm supposed to be working and I'm scrolling through social media or on YouTube or doing something that is non-work related, and she's just watching me like I'm working, and I'm like, don't be looking over. I don't need to be micromanaged.
There's just so much that we just argue.
Yeah.
We argue because I can see what he's doing, he can see what I'm doing if I'm not doing something or he isn't doing something. So,
but luckily, dude's going out of town soon, so I'm gonna throw a huge party. I'm gonna make popcorn. Me and Rudy are just gonna be there.
microwave.
I'll figure it out.
You
I'll
don't know.
figure it out. Me and Rudy are just gonna be hanging out. Like it's gonna be like it's 1999 all over again.
I'm going to Iceland, yay!
Yes. Yeah, so we do get that space, but like we said, we recommend that if you are forced to work together, that you kind of either separate the space or work together in different locations.
Change the environment,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, and that's something that you may be wondering, like, why are you guys doing that if you say it's unhealthy? One, because we just moved here. We haven't really found our flow yet on how we do things. So we just moved here. We're still figuring out our flow. We're still figuring out how to juggle 2 different businesses. So that's kind of the reason why we're in this situation. It's
Yeah.
going to change in the future once we kind of figure out the more flow of things, but we're still in that building stage, and we're still building up our living space.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't just happen overnight. We literally moved here with nothing, and we're starting over from scratch. So we're just making it. We're making it work. We're making it work.
Barely, but no, I'm kidding. But another thing that I think is important when it comes to, especially if you're working together on the same business. So you're not just both at home with different companies, like you're working together on the same company, is like knowing what is your job and what isn't.
Yes, you have to set out. You do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, because we actually just got into an argument about this yesterday. Like I said,
That's
we're
why
gonna
I
be
brought it
transparent.
up.
We got into an argument about this yesterday because I feel like a certain someone is slacking in one area. I'm not gonna say any names.
No, that's not really.
No, this is what I feel. I feel like a certain someone is slacking in one area, and that certain someone is saying, no, don't step into my zone. I'm gonna get it done. You do what you're supposed to do because you're not doing it. And I'm like, okay, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. I want to do what you do, and blah. And it just
That's
gets,
what happened.
yes, it just gets confusing. So before you decide that you're going to work with your spouse, create a list of who
Tasks.
does what
Yeah.
and stick to it.
and don't be like bothering the other person about, well, if they're not doing their job, yes, but like,
yeah, don't try to, just stay in your lane.
stay in your lane.
Stay
That's
in your
what
lane.
I was.
I don't know if
yeah.
she's talking to you guys or she's talking to me from our argument yesterday, because I don't know if we ever resolved it. But just stay in your lane. Trust me. Just stay in your lane. Which brings us to our next topic. So you figure out that whoever is tasked, you figure out each other's task. What if one person isn't doing their task? How do you communicate to that person? Because at work, you communicate to a colleague, hey, get to work, you're not doing this correctly. At home, this is your spouse, and it's like, do I talk to my spouse as I would a colleague, or do I talk to my spouse like a spouse? And we really don't have the answer for that.
Yeah.
Unless you do.
No.
Because I tried both ways. It haven't worked, just to let you guys know.
I don't think there is an answer to that question. It's just like you have to figure out which way works for you. Like I still don't know which works for us, because sometimes I'm like in a boss like
Yes.
and I'm just like, why aren't you doing this? Or I say something like in a mean way
Very mean.
when I think he's not doing his
I
job.
need help. Save me. You know, everybody used to comment, blink twice if you need help.
Oh my gosh, from our TikTok
I'm
scandal.
blinking twice. Y'all better save me. You've been commenting. You better save me.
But a good example of what we're talking about is when we were gonna do something. What we were gonna do? We were gonna go outside and buy something for our company.
Mm-hmm.
And Lance was like, "When are we gonna go?"
I ain't say it like that.
He
But
did.
okay, for the sake of the story. Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know if he wasn't in the mood or whatever. He said in a very like negative way, and I was like, would you have said it like that to if it was your actual business partner?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he would have, and that's why we're talking about it. It's very like sometimes like, I don't know, our emotions, or because we're together, we say it the wrong way. It comes
very
out
much
the
so.
wrong way.
And then you have to think about, even though we're married, we're two different people, and we think differently. So, for example, her boss mode is completely different from my boss mode, and we're two type A personalities. So, right there we clash. So we're both bosses, and we both want to boss each other around, and you can't really do that. So you have to take into consideration that people think differently. Let me use an example. Me, I'm not a talker, I'm a thinker. So a lot of the times I'm thinking throughout the day. And then when Dua's in the mood to talk, she wants to talk. And then she's like, why aren't you happy? Why don't you smile? Why don't you do this? And I'm like, because I'm thinking, I'm working, I'm thinking mentally, I'm trying to create in my brain. And then where she's like, well, you're just a depressed person. And I'm just like, I'm not depressed.
I
and
did
then,
say that.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not depressed. I'm thinking.
To be fair, the whole day you hadn't smiled. Like I was literally waiting for. I was like, is something wrong?
Yeah.
It's like, because I'm a very bubbly person, and it's difficult for me to be around someone that's like just.
And that's it right there. Work mode. When you're working with your spouse, you can't separate work mode from marriage mode, because she wants me to be husband and boss at the same time. And me, I can't. I'm a man. I can't do two things at once.
You can be a smiley boss.
Well, yeah, I can be. But some days I'm just focused, just in the zone.
A lot of days you are.
Yeah.
Most days.
You gotta let me finish, because I'm getting off track.
You can't let me get you off track.
Yeah, but now I lost my train of thought.
Again?
Yes. Come on, man.
Man, that's what you have to work on, because I'm just talking. The last thing we're gonna talk about is we struggle with this one. Why are you looking at the iPad?
I wanted to know what the last thing you wanted to talk
I'm
about, so I
about
can
to
know.
say it. The last thing we're gonna talk about is some. Oh my gosh! You looked again. The last
Let me just
thing-
know what you're gonna say, so I can think
last-
about what I'm gonna say.
The last thing we're gonna talk about is something that we struggle with, and that is when we're not working. Do we talk about work or do we talk about something else? Now, we usually when we're not working, we're always talking about work. And I think that is because we work together, we're like coming up with ideas and we're just always talking about work. And I think that's a problem because we never shut down.
Yeah, she never shuts down. She is 100 miles an hour and it's annoying sometimes. And a lot of the time I do, like, because I spend so much time thinking, I come up with these ideas at random times and she just doesn't want to hear it, which is funny because then I write down a note and I'm like, okay, we're gonna do it. And she's like, okay. And then I bring it up later. She's like, maybe we shouldn't do that. And then it's just like, oh, okay, well. So yeah, we just don't shut down, which isn't positive for a relationship because you need a space from each other and you need a space from work. I'm glad that I used to work, when I worked on my own, I used to work in my bedroom. Now I'm glad that we have a space that we actually work at, which is in our living room, but still, we don't, like, our home is work.
It's our workspace, and I don't think we have managed to separate the two because we're always working, especially because of the social media job that we do. It's like,
it's 24/7 work.
It's difficult because you have to be putting an Insta story and you're like, oh, Lance made me food, so I want to show that. Like, even when you're having breakfast or you're making pizza night, you're like, oh, that's good content to put like pizza night on Insta stories. So it's like, you never shut down.
Never. Even when you want to shut down, even when you're like, okay, today's my off day, I'm gonna go do this. Oh, this is good content. We're walking around in Barcelona, so on and so forth. So even when we go outside of our office / apartment, we're still working. So it's not a bad thing. It's just that we're doing it together. So
it is a bad thing.
Yeah. So we're doing it together. So our personal time is also our work time. So we don't get a lot of time for just like me and her.
We really don't, because even, and I was just thinking about this now, even when we're like watching a show or watching a movie like Netflix, even then I may pause the movie and I'm like, oh my gosh, we should do this, or like, we're always thinking about work. And because we're always together, we can always bring the ideas to each other. But if we were working in separate, like if he wasn't my partner, I wouldn't be bringing it up every time.
Yeah. So those are some of the things that we didn't expect from actually working from actually working with each other. I can't talk to that because one, you've interrupted me every 5 seconds. Two, I didn't do my countdown. So this is just
a square
we're
person.
just gonna. I'm a very straightforward, like
square. You're like in a box person. Like you need a schedule.
I got a schedule. I got to do things a certain way, otherwise I get thrown off. And she's the complete opposite.
And I'm always throwing her off.
Yes, and it just. But you guys ask us, okay, you create a video on the things you didn't expect. It sounds like it's all negative things, right? Because we want to be honest with you guys. But why do we do it? Why do we actually work together? One, I believe we work together because we figured out a secret of we argue, we fight, we cry, we hurt, but we always fix it. We always fix it. And for some reason, we work well together.
We do.
We work really well together. Like, we don't agree on everything. There's times where we'll fight and then you'll see us filming a YouTube video with puffy eyes, but we work well together because at the end of the day, we're always like, I love you. We fix the problem and we move on. And this is also a time for us to learn each other. Like I said, we spent a year where I worked 24/7, and before that, we're in a long distance relationship. We never had time together.
Yeah.
So
we actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like when we're in a good mood and it's a
when
good
we're
day.
in a good mood, it's a good day. We enjoy it. We have more good days than bad. We do. Even though we're hit with these things that we didn't expect, nobody expects what it's truly gonna be like to be an entrepreneur, especially working with your spouse. But We have good days, and
now that we know these things, we can work on them. Like now that we know
Yes.
why these arguments are popping up out of nowhere.
we
You
work
said
on
that,
it.
popping up out of nowhere.
That is exactly what you said. Jeez. You gonna fix yourself on a bit of a YouTube video?
Huh?
Nothing. But now we know what to do and how to do it. And now we can take our experience and share it with you guys. So if you decide to create a social media page with your spouse or a business with your spouse or so on and so forth, you know what to expect because we
sure
didn't know what to
your
expect.
relationship is.
Yes, make sure your relationship is solid because if you crumble at the first argument or first disagreement, don't go into business with your partner. Make sure you have some kind of foundation to where you can handle the fights, you can handle the frustration, you can bounce back from that 10 or 15 minute argument that you may have. If you can't easily bounce back, you might want to move on. Remember that you're gonna spend a lot of time with your partner. So figure it out. Figure it out, because that's what we're
Figure it
gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. We gotta figure it out. We work better separately. So we figure out once we get our
He
space
always
set up.
wants to be together.
No, so I'm trying to thought.
Oh, is it a little harder today?
Remember the video we did and you said you don't rub people's arms?
I rub yours now because I know you like it.
Alright, well, what were we just talking about?
I don't know.
You gotta stop doing that.
I threw you off again.
Yes. So yeah, you just gotta figure out what it is that you guys don't like, do like, where you can work together, where you shouldn't, so on and so forth. So take our experience, apply it to yourself, and learn from it. It's a growing experience for us, so we're still on that mission, and it just makes us stronger every day.
What doesn't kill you? We can't get copyrighted, so don't finish it.
Yeah, we don't want you to sing anyways. So that's all we got for this video today. If you liked the video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree, or if you're going through something similar. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you. Turn on that notification bell because you do want to be alerted for when we do upload. We'll see you guys later.